Well, welcome back to the press box here at the reservation at Fairview High School as we are just about ready to get the second half underway. Bill and Brian here with Hicksville Community Television. So glad to have you with us. If you are just joining us at halftime, it's the Aces leading the Fairview Apaches 12-7, the halftime score. So the Aces with a 5-point lead. They were driving down, looked like they might have been able to punch it in and maybe get some more points near the end of the half, but that did not work out. And Fairview not able to get anything going with, they had a lot of ground to cover and not a lot of time to work with, but they did a pretty darn good job getting it about 60 yards down the field to inside the 40-yard line on the. So we're getting ready for half number 2. We'll see what kind of adjustments both teams have put together in the halftime locker rooms. Bill and Brian, again, glad to have you with us on Hicksville Community Television. Thanks again to our football underwriters making our coverage possible. The Jim Schmidt family of automotive dealerships in Hicksville, Ohio. Jim Schmidt Chevrolet Buick, Jim Schmidt Ford, and online at jimschmidtauto.com. And APT Manufacturing Solutions in Hicksville, Ohio, in the Hicksville Industrial Park, and also online at aptmfg.com. So they're ticking down the last few seconds, and we'll get ready to get this second half underway. Fairview will be receiving the second half kick. So they will have the football first. And again, if you just joined us, it's homecoming night here for the Apaches. So some nice festivities recognizing the homecoming queen and her court before the game. So 12 minutes on the scoreboard for the third quarter. Bergman's going to tee it up at the 40-yard line, and we'll get ready to get the second half underway here at Fairview High School. Glad to have you with us. It's a low hopper, and it's caught at the 35-yard line, and the player goes down to his knees, and that's where the Apaches will set up shop. First and 10. Is that number 36? Caden Kern, number 32. And they're going to put it at the 36-yard line. So it'll be first and 10 for the Apaches at their own 36. Quick handoff, and not much there. Might have got out to like the 37-yard line. They're going to say pretty much no gain. Second and 10. So he did get about a half a yard based on the down marker. So we'll make it second and 9. You can see the ball right just past the 37-yard line. Carson's going to keep it himself, and he'll stretch out the ball to get what he can. He might have got another half yard. That'll bring out third down and maybe 8. So they advance the ball out to about the 39-yard line for a third and 8. As the Apaches break huddle, Aces defense sets itself. Carzanoff laterals it, caught, and gets away from, and that'll be first down yardage and more. The Aces looked like they were going to bottle him up before and bring up fourth down, but he manages to high step through the Aces defenders and trots down to the 45-yard line on Hicksville's side of the field, where it'll be first and 10 Fairview. Quick handoff to the 42-yard line. That was Singer with the carry, and he'll pick him up a couple. Clock rolling, 10 minutes and 8 seconds. Still to go here in quarter number 3. Nice night here for football. I said a little bit stormy earlier, but the skies have cleared off. It's very pleasant here right now. Good night for high school football on a Friday. Carzonaugh all alone in the backfield, puts a man in motion. Keeps it himself, Carzonaugh. Finds a hole and manages to shoot inside the 40-yard line. He gets to about the 38. Rodriguez gets him and brings him down again at about the 38-yard line. And a flag on the play. And that's going to be against the Apaches. Looks like a hold. So from the spot of the foul, that'll be 10 yards. So that'll take him back to the 50 as they threw the flag right at about the 40-yard line. So with the penalty, it's now 3rd and 15. Or should that be at 2nd and 15? I was going to say, I didn't think, they didn't lose the down. Carzonaugh gets it away at the last minute. Caught. What a catch. Still on his feet, too. Spin move. The Aces swarm to him, and they finally bring him down, but not before he gets to about the 20-yard line. I think that was Minnick. And they throw another flag, so it may be for nothing. The flag is way back at about the 47-yard line. And we'll see. So it's going to be against Fairview again. And is that an illegal receiver downfield? Yep, an ineligible receiver downfield, so that'll back him up 5 more to make it 2nd and 20. So Carzonaugh loses it and just throws it away. There was a receiver in the vicinity. So Carzonaugh avoids the sack and brings up 3rd and 20 for the Apaches. As Carzonaugh's had to deal with a few high snaps here this evening. 9 minutes to go here in quarter number 3. Again, the Aces leading the Apaches here in the 3rd quarter, 12-7. Fairview with the ball, but they've been moving in the wrong direction for this series. Carzonaugh looking to make something happen. Again, gets the ball away, and that's going to be incomplete. Chapman, the intended receiver, and he was overthrown. So that's going to bring up 4th down and a long way. So most likely a punt coming up here for the Apaches. As Baird and Balzer will drop back deep for Hicksville in anticipation of the punt. Puts his leg into it. Comes down to Balzer. Balzer again hands it to Baird, but it didn't work this time. The Apaches were waiting for it. And as soon as Baird got the handoff from Balzer, he was put to the turf. And Balzer probably would have been better off maybe just to head up field when he caught the ball. And said the razzle-dazzle actually lost him a couple of yards, and Baird gets brought down inside the 20 at about the, looks to be about the 17-yard line. Where it'll be 1st and 10 for the Aces. 3 wide receivers out on the near side towards us, 1 on the far side, 1 back behind Klima. And Klima gets out maybe a yard. I'm not sure. It looked like things didn't work the way they expected them to. So Klima's brought down for no gain, and it'll be 2nd and 10. They'll set back up again, and initially the set looks about the same as for the last play. Only this time they put a man in motion. Klima turns around and throws it right through Balser's hands, incomplete. That'll bring up 3rd down and 10. So Apache's looking to put a stop on the Aces here and get the ball back and maybe in decent field position if they can keep him pinned inside the 20 here and bring up 4th down. 8:06 to go. Clock stopped again on the incomplete pass. Aces set. Klima launches it, and that's about to say that looked a little too close. And Bergman went to get the ball, and I think they made contact just a fraction before the ball got to him. They throw the flag, and it looks like the Aces are going to get a 1st down out of it. Yep, so it'll be defense pass interference against the Apaches. That'll move the ball out to the 31-yard line and a 1st down for the Aces. So fresh set of downs for Hicksville. Klima gets the snap. Klima drops the ball and falls on it back at the 24-yard line. So guessing the ball might be a little slick out there, maybe. Because it seems like a lot of people have been slipping and sliding and the ball shooting out of their hands. So down at the 25-yard line is where they're going to put the ball. So it will be 2nd now and 17 for Hicksville. Klima rolling out, puts the ball in the air. It's caught. Balser powers forward to about the 35-yard line. And we're going to have a whistle as we've got a player down on the far side of the field. So they put the ball at the 35-yard line, where it will be 3rd down and about 7. And we have a player down on the field, and they're all huddled around him. And I can't tell, Brian, is he a Fairview or a Hicksville player that's down on? I think it's going to be a Fairview player. The Fairview coach is walking over. So we got an official timeout here, and while they tend to the player on the field, we'll take a little time to say a big thank you once again to our underwriters who make our coverage possible here on Hicksville Community Television. Our football broadcasts are underwritten by APT Manufacturing Solutions, located in Hicksville's Industrial Park. World-class provider of robotic palleting and packaging, and they do powder coating, welding, a whole bunch of things that they are involved with. If you'd like to find out more, and more especially if you're looking for a place to start a career, if you're looking to begin a second career, you want to add to the skills you already have, they'd love to talk to you. Go on to their website, aptmfg.com, and check out all of the opportunities that they have available at APT Manufacturing Solutions. And you can even, again, fill out an application right there online on the site. We want to thank them so very much for their support of our broadcasting. They are a diamond level supporter of Hicksville Community Television, which means that they are with us for all of our Aces Sports broadcasts throughout the 2021-2022 school year. And the same can be said for the Jim Schmidt family of automotive dealerships in Hicksville, Ohio as well. Also a diamond level supporter. Jim Schmidt Chevrolet Buick, Jim Schmidt Ford, and online at jimschmidtauto.com. Proud to have both of those fine organizations as our diamond level HIX-TV supporters for the 2021-2022 school year. He's making his way off the field under his own power, which is a good sign. And we'll get ready to get back into action here. That's number 32. That was Caden Kern that got his bell rung on the far sideline. So we'll get back into action. It's a 3rd and 7 for the Aces. The ball at their own 35-yard line. Klima rolling out. No, take that back. That was Bergman. And Bergman trying to make a little alley-oop pass to Balzer. And that's incomplete. That'll bring up 4th down. And in all likelihood, Bergman will stay on the field to drop back to punt it away. So a 4th and 7 for the Aces at their own 35-yard line. Keaton Singer, the deep man for the Apaches. And he catches it right at about the 36-yard line. Singer across the 40, across the 45, and Baird finally gets him at about the 47, where it'll be 1st and 10 Fairview with 6 minutes and 50 seconds to go in our 3rd quarter. Carzana overthrows his intended receiver. That was Singer again. Over his head and incomplete, so that'll bring up 2nd down. So, for some reason, the fellow holding the down marker on the other side was standing about 3 yards behind where he should have been. Evidently thinking that the ball was down instead of an incomplete pass, so got that straightened out. Carzana puts a man in motion but keeps the ball himself, gets to the 50, and the Aces wrap him up right there. No gain on the play there for the Apaches. That'll bring up 3rd and 10. So the Aces looking to put one more stop on him here. And bring up 4th down right at midfield. We'll see what the Apaches have up their sleeve here. They need to get to the Aces' 40-yard line to move the chains. Carzonaugh dropping back, looking downfield. Now he's scrambling. Carzonaugh barely gets it away, and it's caught. And that'll be a first down, and I think that they said he stepped out of bounds right at the 40-yard line. And that was Minnick that made the grab. Carzonaugh threw that one on a prayer, just hoping somebody might get a hold of it as he was on his way down. And Minnick was right there, made the catch, and headed upfield and again got across the 40-yard line before stepping out of bounds at the Aces 39. So Fairview makes it. No, that's a nice ringtone there, Brian. Is that the Awooga horn? So here we go. 5:49 to go. High snap. Carzonaugh gets the ball in the air. Caught. And that'll go to about the 29, maybe the 28-yard line. And that was Briar Williams making the grab. Williams will get him close to a first down, and they're going to say, yep. Are they going to move the chains? They are. Briar Williams gets him the needed yardage, and it'll be another first down for the Apaches as they'll move the ball down to the Aces' 29-yard line now. 1st and 10. Clock continuing to roll. 5:20 and counting here in the third quarter. Carzonaugh looks like he's going to send the house. Ball in the air. They got a man open, and it's into the end zone. Touchdown, Fairview. So Williams makes the grab and goes into the end zone. And just like that, the Apaches have the lead 13-12, and they're getting ready to see if they can go up by 2 here, kicking the extra point. Kick is up and good. So with the successful conversion, it's now Hicksville trailing Fairview. The Apaches take a 2-point lead, 14-12, as the missed 2-point conversions in the first half come back to haunt the Aces a little bit here in the third quarter. 5:09 to go, and we'll get ready to get the ball back for the Aces as Fairview will huddle up before they get ready to kick it off. So that livens up the crowd a little bit more here on this homecoming night. Fairview has their big dance coming up tomorrow. So hopefully all the students and staff here will have a fun and safe homecoming weekend. We got to do that last weekend over in Hicksville. Aces come out onto the field, and here come the Apaches as we'll get ready for the kickoff. Again, Fairview now in the lead. The touchdown and the successful extra point kick, giving them a 14-12 lead over the Aces. Fairview had a 2-point heartbreaker, was it last week, I think, against Wayne Trace. 13-15, they lost that one by 2. Don't want that to happen to them again tonight. There's the kick. And caught by Balzer. And this time Balzer's going to head upfield. Balzer gets across the 20 to about the 22-yard line. They bring him down. So Balzer will take it out to the 22-yard line where the Aces will set up shop, 1st and 10. 5:02 to go in quarter number 3. Hicksville with the ball back on offense, down by 2. Klima. Ball in the air. Caught by Baird. Taken down immediately at the about the 27-yard line. And it'll be about a 5-yard pickup. Let's make it 2nd and 5. Klima hands it off, and nothing doing there. That'll be about a yard or 2 loss. We're going to say a yard loss, so make it 3rd and 6. So here we go, Hicksville on the 3rd down play. Klima off the hands of Bergman, incomplete, and that's going to bring up 4th down. So the Aces are going to need to punt it again. And again, Keaton Singer will drop back deep for the Apaches. Bergman skies it, caught by Singer back at the 40. Singer across the 45 and the 50. And he manages to squirt through, and he's out to the 35, to the 30. Singer's off to the races. 10-5, touchdown Fairview. But we have a flag at the 35-yard line of Fairview, or excuse me, of Hicksville. So it may be coming back, folks. Singer was off to the races, but the flag thrown. We'll see what the official ruling is, but usually on a run back like that, it's not good for the team carrying the football. And everybody is sort of walking back in that direction. It is against the Apaches. And the Boo Birds come out here at Fairview. They're not happy at all with that call. So that's an illegal block in the back, and that's going to, we'll see where they march it off to here. And that's going to take it all the way back to the 36-yard line. Feel kind of sorry for Singer, man. You make a great play like that, and it gets erased, and you get all out of breath and tired for having that big, long run, and hopefully he can bounce back. 3:29 to go here in quarter number 3, and the Apaches back on offense, 1st and 10 on their own 36-yard line. After a block in the back penalty, races a run back for a touchdown. Arsenault gets the ball out to Briar Williams, and Williams to the 40-yard line. Pickup of about 4. So the Apaches will look at a 2nd and 6 here, as they put the nose of the football right on the 40-yard line. They're 60 yards away from pay dirt. Arsenault's going to hang on to himself across the 40, and he'll get wrapped up and dropped down at about the 42. Pickup of a couple. That'll make it 3rd and about 4. Keeps the clock rolling, too. We're down to about 2 minutes and 23 seconds and counting. As the Apaches, a 2-point lead, so content maybe to burn a little clock. They'd still like to add to that lead, I am sure. Carzanoff, ball in the air, and that'll be incomplete. Briar Williams, the intended receiver, but it was a little bit short. Williams dove for it, but it hit the turf right in front of his face, so incomplete, and that'll bring up 4th down and another Fairview punt. So the Apaches will get ready to punt it off to the Aces. And again, Balzer and Baird, the deep men for Hicksville. Good snap. Ball in the air. And scooped up, and Balzer will dive forward with it to the 25-yard line. And that was Baird, excuse me. So 1:55 to go in the 3rd quarter. The Aces get the ball back, and they'll have it 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. And they'll see what they can do about retaking the lead here. They trail by 2. It's a 14-12 game with the Apaches on top. Both teams have 2 touchdowns. The difference is that Fairview kicked 2 extra points, while Hicksville was not able to get in on either of their 2-point attempts. Klima puts the ball in the air, caught by Bergman. Bergman steps out of bounds at about the 29-yard line. Pickup of 4 to make it 2nd and 6. Bergman stepped out of bounds, 2 to stop the clock. And here we go. Klima dropping back, ball in the air. And Baird, I think, didn't turn soon enough. It didn't go the right way because Klima kind of threw that into the middle of a bunch of black jerseys. And incomplete. 3rd down. Klima rolling out. Looking downfield, puts the ball in the air. Caught? Nope. And incomplete. Thought he might have hauled it in on the far sideline, but hits the turf. And it'll be another 3 and out, and the punting team will come back on for the Aces this time around. So the ball resting on the 29-yard line. Bergman dropping back. Singer, see if he might get another crack at it here. They kick the ball right to him at the 39-yard line. Singer gets to the 50, and that's where they'll swarm him under. So Singer will get out to just about midfield on the return. And the Apaches will take over on offense, 1st and 10, with 1:32 left in our 3rd quarter. They're going to place the ball officially at the Apaches' 48-yard line. Carzanow gets the snap, looks downfield, and now he's going to run for it. Carzanow gets across midfield and gets to about the 48-yard line of the Aces. He steps out of bounds, stops the clock with 1:26. Pickup of 4 to make it 2nd and 6 for the Apaches. Carzanow, quick handoff, straight up the pipe, and that'll be first down yardage and a little more. Still on his feet, battling. The Aces can't stop him as he powers down to the 35-yard line. Singer just was not going to be denied, and Singer carries about 4 Aces with him all the way down to the 35-yard line to get a fresh set of downs for the Apaches. It'll be 1st and 10. Clock will continue rolling. They'll stop it just long enough to move the chains. They do, and we'll resume with 1:15 and counting here, left in quarter number 3. And again, a first down for the Apaches. Up by 2 and looking to add to the margin. And they're stopping to allow Hicksville to put a player, evidently an equipment issue. So they allow the substitution. Here we go. And the ball is loose. I think, yeah, the Apaches fall on it. Gabers is the one that falls on it and retains the possession for the Apaches. And we'll see if they get one more play off here before the quarter comes to an end. They should be able to. Down to 20 seconds. 2nd and 11 now for the Apaches. There's the snap. Carzanow overthrows his receiver. It'll be incomplete. That'll bring up 3rd down. And it'll also stop the clock with 9.5 seconds. So the Apaches will be able to get this 3rd down play in before the quarter ends. And they need to put the ball in the right place. So we're all set now. Ball resting at the 36-yard line like it's supposed to. 3rd and 11 for the Apaches with just a shade over 9 seconds. Carzanow in trouble, running for his life. Carzanow, first down yardage and more. Carzanow carries it inside the 20. That'll be the, well, no, he got out of bounds with 9/10 of a second. So it'll be a first down for the Apaches at the Aces, looks like the 19-yard line. And again, Carzanow goes out of bounds with 9/10 of a second. So this quarter is not over yet. In the red zone now, the Apaches. Carzanow, 9/10 of a second. Quick handoff. Down to about the 15. I think that was Gabers with the carry. Nope, they're going to say Singer. I'm sorry. So that's the end of the 3rd quarter. And after 3, it's now the Fairview Apaches on top. They lead the Aces by 2, 14-12. We'll get ready to switch ends of the field. And again, it'll be a first down for Fairview at the 19-yard, or it'll be a second down on the 15-yard line, I think. Well, either way, we'll get it squared away. And while we're switching, I do want to take some time again to thank our underwriters making our football coverage possible here tonight. The Jim Schmidt family of automotive dealerships in Hicksville, Ohio. Jim Schmidt Chevrolet Buick, Jim Schmidt Ford, the Jim Schmidt Truck Lot, and of course online at jimschmidtauto.com. Stop by, check out the great selection they have on the lot, so you can check out the entire dealer inventory online anytime at jimschmidtauto.com. They'd love to see you there. And APT Manufacturing Solutions, located in Hicksville's Industrial Park. APT Manufacturing, a world-class facility. Find out more, including about many opportunities that may be available for you to take advantage of. Log on to aptmfg.com. Again, that's aptmfg.com. APT Manufacturing Solutions and the Jim Schmidt family of automotive dealerships, both in Hicksville, Ohio. Proud to have them as our diamond level supporters, underwriting Aces sports coverage here on HIX-TV. Here we go, 2nd and 6 on the 15-yard line for the Fairview Apaches. Carzonaugh hands it off, powering forward close to the 10. And that was Singer once again. Keaton Singer picks up a few more yards and makes it 3rd down and 2. And this time tackled for a loss in the backfield. That'll bring up 4th down, but I'm pretty sure that's 4-down territory for the Apaches here tonight. The loss will take him back to about the 13-yard line, where it'll be 4th down and 4. And they're going to go for it. Carzonaugh, easy pass up the middle and incomplete. And so they'll turn it over on downs, and the Aces will get the ball back deep in their own territory. It'll be 1st and 10 Hicksville at their own 13-yard line. With 10 minutes and 49 seconds left in regulation. Nice night for football here at the reservation. Very pleasant. And here come the Aces as they're ready to get their offensive unit going here. Quick handoff, powering forward out to about the 15-yard line. Gain of a couple. Balzer will get him close to the 15-yard line. They're going to mark him at the 14, so officially a gain of 1 yard to make it 2nd and 9. Another quick handoff coming around the corner out to the 20 and taken out of bounds at about the 21-yard line is Bergman. Well, Bergman will get him a little closer out to the 21, where it'll be 3rd and about 2. Klima straight up the middle. I don't know. I think he might be a little short. We'll see where they mark him. Klima tried to get up a full head of steam, but I think that he's going to be about a yard shy. Well, maybe they're going to call for a measurement. And they are. So it's close. So they'll bring the sticks out, and we'll have our first measurement of the night. I'll pull the chain tight, and he's going to be just short. So 4th and inches for the Aces. Hicksville down by 2. And we'll see what Coach Lucas Smith wants to do here. They're lining up like they're going to go for it. Of course, they may just try to get him to jump on a hard count. Nope, this time it's going to be Klima, and Klima shoots through across the 25. And that will move the chains. So Klima gets them the yardage they need, and they put the ball right at the 25-yard line. 1st and 10 Hicksville with 9:53 to go in regulation. Klima, low snap, scoops it up, hands it off, and tackle for a loss. I think that was Balzer with the carry, and he's going to be dropped for about a 2-yard loss. So it'll be 2nd and 12 now for the Aces, and the ball moves back to the 23-yard line. And the clock continues to roll. Klima with the snap, dropping back. Ball in the air. And that'll be a catch, and Baird makes the grab over on the far sideline to move the chains. It's 1st down Aces as they get the ball out now to the 36-yard line. So here we go, Aces with a fresh set of downs and another catch, and stepping out of bounds quickly is Jackson Bergman. Bergman takes it out to about the 43-yard line to make it 2nd and 3 for the Aces. Klima again dropping back, and this time Klima's going to get brought down for another loss back at about the 40-yard line. That'll be a loss of 3 to make it 3rd and 6. So here we go on a 3rd and 6. Klima gets the snap, drops back, hangs on to it. Klima straight ahead, back to the 40-yard line. That'll make up 4th down. Has good coverage. There was just nobody open for Aaron to throw the ball to. Clock rolls on the tackle for loss. Well, not the tackle for loss, but back to the line of scrimmage. 4th and 6 now for the Aces, and we'll see if they're going to, looks like Bergman's going to drop. Nope. Yeah, okay. Well, we'll see. Bergman dropping back, looking like they're going to punt. And they do. And it'll go out of bounds at about the, looks like about maybe the 40-yard line. We'll see where they mark it. At the 37, 38. So Bergman's punt rolls out of bounds at about the 37-yard line, and that's where the Apaches will take over, 1st and 10, with 7 minutes and 9 seconds left in regulation. So here we go, 7:09 to go, and Fairview back out on offense. Brady Carsenow. And they'll blow this one dead. As flags go flying everywhere. Looks like we're going to have our first false start of the night. Yep. That'll back him up 5. So that'll make it 1st and 15 now for Fairview. Carsenow puts a man in motion, hands it off, goes around the corner, and brought down just across the 40-yard line. That's Jace Chapman with the carry. Haven't called his name for a while. So Jace Chapman takes it just across the 40-yard line to make it 2nd and about 7. Man in motion again. Carsonow's going to hang on to it himself this time. Carsonaw across the 45 and tiptoes along the sideline, gets across the 50, and they finally take him out of bounds on the Aces side of the field, but not until after he'd gotten themselves a 1st down. A nice run for Brady Carsonow as he'll take it all the way down. They're going to mark him at the 46-yard line of Hicksville, 1st and 10, Fairview. Out of bounds stops the clock with 6 minutes and 14 seconds, so just about halfway through our 4th quarter. Carsonow laterals it out, caught. That's to a Singer, and Singer might get down to about the 45, so a lot of effort for a yard. 2nd and 9, but it gets the clock rolling again, which again is in Fairview's favor here, as they've got the lead, not by much, just a 2-point advantage, but you only got to win by 1. Carsonaw hangs on to it himself, and he's going to get swarmed under at about the 44-yard line. That'll bring up 3rd down and about 8. Caught at the 40. And he manages to elude a couple of defenders before the Aces finally push him out of bounds. It was Minnick with the grab, and Minnick will get down to about the 35-yard line, and that'll be enough for a 1st down. Yep. So Minnick will move the chains for the Apaches. step out of bounds and stop the clock at 4 minutes and 49 seconds left in regulation. So the Apaches with a fresh set of downs, again looking to add to that 2-point advantage and hopefully put this one away safely on homecoming night. Aces, of course, need to put together a stop here and get the ball back. They're not out of it by any stretch of the imagination with just a 2-point deficit right now. Down to the 30. But should the Apaches get into the end zone, a touchdown and an extra point would make it 21-12, which would be 9 points difference, which would make it a 2-score game. So clock rolling, 4 minutes left in regulation here. Quick handoff. Battling forward inside the 30, still on his feet, down to near the 25. They're going to put him down at the 24-yard line, and that'll be another first down for the Apaches. Hastings will come off the field. High snap and a quick handoff, and the Aces are right there, but again, they power forward down to the 20-yard line and take a lot of Aces with them. They'll mark the ball at the 20. Where it'll be 2nd and 5. Singer was the ball carrier, and that'll keep the clock rolling too as we are getting down near to 3 minutes left in this game. So Fairview with a 2nd and 5, looking to be in the driver's seat right now. Brady Cars now. A long count. Hangs on to it. Powers forward. He's still on his feet. He bounces off, and Carson now heads towards the end zone. He's not going to make it in, but he's going to be inside the 5-yard line, and it'll be a 1st and goal for the Apaches. But there are flags on the field. So as it stands right now, Carson now took it down inside the 5, but again, flags on the play, and it's going to be against the Apaches. So they're going to back that one up. So erase the great gain and the terrific run by Carson. And instead, it's going to be a hold, so it'll back the Apaches up. From the start of the foul, they'll put the ball at the 17-yard line. So it'll be 2nd and about 3. So somebody is in trouble on the sideline. And someone is being escorted off the premises. Something must have reached the ears of the officials, or not sure what exactly happened, but they went and wasted no time in showing him the door. So after the fan ejection, It's 2 minutes and 19 seconds left in regulation. And it's a second and about a second and a long 2 for the Apaches at the Hicksville 17-yard line. And again, a long count as they'll work the clock down as far as they can. Under 2 minutes now. Carsonaw hangs on to it himself, powers forward, and gets inside the 15 to about the 14-yard line. And again, they'll keep it on the ground. They'll keep the clock rolling. The Aces can stop the clock if they need to. They have all 3 of their timeouts. And the Aces burn one right now. So the Aces use their first of their 3 timeouts to see what they can put together defensively to try to stop the Apaches here. They got a first down on that run by Carsonaw, so it is 1st and 10 from the 14-yard line. With 1 minute and 44 seconds. And the Aces are going to probably use their timeouts here to, I said, hopefully get a stop and preserve some time on the clock. So optimistically, if they can get a stop and they can hold, if they can hold the Apaches to either not scoring or kicking a field goal, then they would still be able to maybe march it down the field and get into the end zone and come away with a win. But again, a touchdown makes it an 8-point game, and a successful conversion after the touchdown makes it a 2-score game with a 9-point differential. So we'll see what happens here. It's a 1st and 10 Fairview, again from the Aces 14-yard line. Clock will start when the ball snapped. Carsonaw hands it off. This could be trouble inside the 10, and finally Baird gets him around the ankles and brings him down about the 8-yard line. And the Aces will call another timeout right away to preserve as much time as they can. So that'll be 2nd down and about 4 for the Apaches. With 1 minute 36, they'll run this play, and if they don't get into the end zone, the Aces could call timeout again, but then that would be a 3rd down, which would allow the Apaches to run a play and then really drain the clock, and it would be 4th down, and they could try to kick a field goal or try to go for it on 4th down and leave the Aces with very little time to work with. And again, they pretty much wrap it up anyway. If they get into the end zone and score and get an extra point, that'll be a 9-point differential. So the Aces will be so here come the Aces first. They've used 2. They've got 1 timeout remaining. And here come the Fairview Apaches. 1 minute 36 left in this game, or at least in regulation. Snap. Carsonaw is going to keep it himself. Powers forward. He'll get to about the 5, maybe the 4-yard line. We'll see where they mark him. They're going to put him at the 5-yard line, so it will be 3rd and 1. Fairview can get a first down at the 4-yard line. And the clock continues to roll. The Aces are going to hang on to that 3rd timeout. And like I said, the Apaches can really run this down time-wise. There's a snap, handoff, straight ahead. They're still battling. I think they turned him away at about the 1 or 2 yard line. Singer powers down and gets the Apaches a first and goal on the 2 yard line with 41.2 seconds left in the game. And they set everything and the clock starts to roll again. And we'll see whether they need to do another play here or not. It'll be really close, the differential between the play clock and the game clock. But Carsonog could just basically take a knee and they're done. It'll be a 2-point win. Let's see what they want to do. They're going to hand it off. And they'll bring him down, and that should do it. The final seconds tick off, and that's the ball game. Another heartbreaker for the Aces as they lose by 2 tonight. And it's a good homecoming for the Fairview Apaches as they come off the field winners on homecoming night. Final score, it's the Fairview Apaches defeating the Hicksville Aces 14-12, the final score. Well, as we get ready to wrap things up, again, we want to say a few thank yous here. First and foremost, we want to say a big thank you again to Paul Junker, the AD here at Fairview, and the Fairview Athletic Department for allowing us the space and being able to be here. Unfortunately, we were not given permission to live stream this coverage, so it'll be on the tape delay, and I'm going to try to get this up onto the YouTube channel as quickly as I possibly can, because while we've been here, we've had a lot of people texting me and messaging me wondering where the game is, and so unfortunately, we had to do the tape delay here tonight. But again, we do appreciate being able to be here, and the hospitality that they show us. It's always a great place to come to do a football game, and we are so glad to be able to come visit Fairview every other year for that purpose. Also, thanks to our underwriters making our coverage possible. Jim Schmidt Family of Automotive Dealerships in Hicksville, Ohio. Jim Schmidt Chevrolet Buick, Jim Schmidt Ford, and of course online at jimschmidtauto.com. And APT Manufacturing Solutions in Hicksville, Ohio, located in Hicksville's Industrial Park, and also online. Theirs is aptmfg.com. Again, aptmfg.com. I want to thank them so very much for their underwriting support of our Aces sports coverage. And thanks to all of you. Hope you enjoyed the coverage and for being with us here and on the tape delay. We appreciate you being out there. So with that, we're going to wrap it up, and we're going to head homewards ourselves one final time. The final score here tonight from the reservation at Fairview High School. It's the Apaches 14 and the Hicksville Aces 12. And for Brian Williams running the camera, I'm Bill Murphy with Hicksville Community Television, wishing you a good night and good sports.